connected to Pilot Edge.
All right, everybody, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. It's last day of my weekend, so figured Xplane 12's out. Might as well go ahead and give it a shot. I've been messing around with it a little bit this morning. As you can see, I already put my tail numbers and stuff on the plane. Um, I have messed around with it, and I actually really enjoy it. There's definitely an upgrade, which is nice. But we've got the standard 172 here. Steam gauge, not the G1000, just a regular 172. I figured I'd just start up a live stream, see how it goes. OBS had an update this morning, so I haven't really tested anything out to make sure it works, but I guess this will be another stream test as well. Trying to get this thing up and going. Like I said, basic 172. We're at KIFP, going to be using Pilot Edge with it. Just seeing what it's like, showing you guys some of the differences. There's a big difference in the scenery that I noticed. It seems like there's a lot more buildings. Some of the ground textures look a little bit better. It's not like Microsoft 2020. It's not loading in actual like Google Earth or Bing scenery. It's kind of their own stock scenery, but still, it's actually really decent. I flew around my hometown, and I definitely felt like I was at home, especially after flying yesterday and getting a feel for what it looked like from the air. Having flown it in this now, I can definitely see a huge improvement from Xplane 11. So hopefully this will be a good test for you guys. Some of y'all are on the fence about getting it. Again, this isn't a full tutorial. It's just kind of showing you guys some of the basic things that I've learned, or not learned, but that I've seen from Xplane 11 to Xplane 12. So I did get X camera to work. That's what I'm using right now to get this camera angle. And I've got a few different setup here. If I can get it back over here. So I've got like a little GoPro camera here, another one there, another one there. Just some more exterior shots, some interior shots, and then back to the outside view. So just some pretty neat things that I thought would be helpful while I'm flying. Get some cool scenery shots, some cinematic shots, that kind of stuff. So we can go back into the plane here, and we got the door open, just the heat and everything. And I'm getting a phone call, so let me I'll turn the music back on and we'll go through this, but give me just a second. Alright guys, I'm back. So, like I was saying, we're just going to do some touch and goes at Bullhead International in Arizona, and just going to do some touch and goes, and like I said, show you guys some of the differences, some of the things that I've noticed in Xplane 12. So I guess we can go ahead and get it started. Alright, so first thing I noticed, the textures in the plane look similar, but for some reason they look a little different. I don't know. They look a little better polished, I guess. I don't know. Again, they look a lot of the same, but at the same time they look different. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyways, I already customized the call sign, tel number up there, had to do that for the one I'm actually flying in at home while I'm training for my private pilot's license. So it makes it a little bit easier when I'm using Pilot Edge to actually be able to use the call sign and number and have it right there to remind me what it actually is. So we're loaded up here at Bullhead, and I'm going to pause my track IR. Actually, let's do that right there. All right, cool. Brakes are set. Get our batteries and alternators turned on. Beacon light and mixture full rich. Fuel's already set to both, so we're good there. And brakes are set. All the circuit breakers are avionics are turned off. All right, let's get this thing powered on. Get our avionics turned on. And we can go ahead and close our door now. Alright, so we're already logged into Pilot Edge, so I'm going to tune in and get the ATIS, and we'll see if we can get on our way and do, I don't know, 1 or 2 laps in the pattern, and see how it goes. Alright, so Bullhead ATIS is 119825. Already got it there.
International Airport, ATIS Information Hotel, 1750 Zulu, wind 210 at 5, visibility 10, sky condition, clear, temperature 38, dew point 10, altimeter 2985, arriving and departing runway 16, visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have Information Hotel.
Information Hotel. Alright, cool. So,
Laughlin Bullhead International Airport.
Let's go ahead and go to ground. Alright, so we should be talking to ground now, and I'm going to go to the Pilot Edge website just to make sure that I am. And I am. Cool. Alright, so we got Information Hotel, got altimeter set, transponders turned on, brakes are still set. We're probably going to taxi via Alpha to 16. And then we'll probably make right close traffic. Pattern altitude is 1,700 feet, so that'll be our climb out. We'll climb up to that and just do some pattern work. So here we go. Bullhead ground, November 161 Alpha Papa, with the hotel ready to taxi, VFR, and the pattern touch and goes.
November 161 Alpha Papa, Bullhead ground runway 16, taxi via Alpha.
16 via Alpha, 1 Alpha Papa. Alright. These Xplane planes like to taxi super fast, so you got to kind of stay on the brakes a little bit. Which isn't really realistic, I don't feel like. I hope that the reality expansion pack gets updated for Xplane 12. It may already be updated, I'm just not too sure, but hopefully that gets updated soon. Alright, so we're on Alpha 4, going to Alpha. Guess we can go ahead and turn on our taxi lights. And I'm gonna get I'm gonna get KIFP put into the GPS. That way we can see our distance from it on our upwind and everything. Whoa.
Bakersfield approach experimental 740 MHz, Papa Del Monte at 2000, finding team 7500, request VFR flight following to Del Monte.
Number 740 Lima Golf, Bakersfield approach, squawk 0431.
0431, reporting Golf.
A lot of the
November
same
740 Lima Golf,
features.
radar contact 13 miles north of the Shafter VOR, Bakersfield, altimeter 2981. I understand you're headed off to El Monte, and what was the cruise altitude?
2700, climbing to 7.5.
4 Lima Golf, roger.
Alright, so we're holding short of 16.
And I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
Departure in looks clear.
Given that Bakersfield is Class Delta and Camarillo and Delano and so forth are also, well, not Delano, but also Class Delta, why is it that I can request VFR flight following on the ground at Bakersfield but not at the others?
Bakersfield, I believe, has radar where Camarillo does not, so they don't have the ability to assign you a code.
Yeah, so it's essentially it's like a Class Charlie, but it's still Class Delta with radar service. But how would I know that?
You wouldn't. You know, a lot of times it'll be in the ATIS with Pilot Edge. We just use a generic template, but yeah, like I said, you generally don't get in the ATIS.
Alright, so switch over to tower. We got them on comm 1 and verified them on microphone for comm 1. We got our heading bug set to 16, so that we know what runway we're taking off. Altimeter set and transponder set to on. It should auto switch over to altitude once we take off. We'll make sure that once we get airborne. We'll rotate at 65, we'll climb out at 80, and again we're looking for 1700 feet on altitude, and then we'll do our landing checklist whenever we get up in the air, when we get on downwind. Alright, doors are shut and we're ready to go. Bullhead Tower Skyhawk 161 Alpha Papa, holding short of 16, ready to go in the pattern.
Back 161 Alpha Papa. Bullhead Tower, make right traffic, report midfield down each pass, runway 16, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, make right close traffic, report midfield downwind each time, and 16 clear for takeoff. Skyhawk 1 Alpha Papa. Alright. Geez, you can tell it's been a while since I've flown on Pilot Edge. You can tell. Definitely got to get back into it. Alright, so we're going to go full power. Using our rudders to keep on the center line. Okay, so there's 60, looking for 65, which is there, pulling back, and we're in the air. Looking for 80 knots. go. Just gonna maintain 80 knots. And to me, I feel like the scenery in Xplane 12 already looks a lot better than what it did in Xplane 11. Again, it's not Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, but it's still pretty decent. Some of the textures, like the water texture, looks a little bit better. Still climbing out at 80 knots. I'm going to do about 1.5 miles upwind, and then we'll make our crosswind to the right. Okay, so I'll make crosswind. Here, I'm going to pitch over just a little bit, pitch down, just to get back to 80 knots. We got 100 feet to go till we're at pattern altitude. Alright, I'm going to start using trim. Pull it back to 2300 RPM. Got the field there. And we'll turn our downwind now. Alright, so we're going to wait till we get midfield, then we'll start bringing our power back to about 1700 RPM. Try to maintain our altitude, bleed off some speed. And this area is not that great of a judge of the scenery, just because there's really not a whole lot out here. But I have flown, not in real life obviously, but I have flown at KIFP a lot in Xplane 11, just because it's a small airfield and the runways are similar to what I have here where I'm doing training out of.
Alright, man, I'm going to head out. It's good talking to you.
Bullet Tower, 1 Alpha Papa, midfield right downwind 16.
1 Alpha Papa, thank you. Runway 16, clear for the option.
16 clear for the option. 1 Alpha Papa. Alright, so we're clear for the option. We'll do another touch and go. Alright, so we're beating the numbers and bringing it back to 1700. And we're going to keep that pitch up. Bleed off some speed. Alright, we'll start turning our base now. Do 1 notch of flaps. And we're going to keep our speed between 70 and 80 knots. So landing lights, strobe lights on.
Los Angeles clearance, United 1977 clearance to San Francisco,
gears
please.
down and welded.
1977 Los Angeles clearance, downwind.
And switches. We got everything on. I think fuel pump needs to come
Stop! Go lay down.
Last aircraft
Go lay
calling
down.
stop and go lay down. Just be advised your push to talk is on.
Las Vegas cleared.
Oh, that's great. Alright. Turn final now. We'll get another notch of flaps in. I may have overshot. No, we're good. We're good.
The United 1977 Los Angeles clearance cleared the San Francisco Airport Summer 2 departure. Stoked transition, then is filed. Columbia SID, accept maintain 5,000. SoCal departure 125.2, squawk 1475.
Not looking too bad.
Alright, clear San Francisco Summer 2 departure, Stoke transition, then is filed. Columbia SID, climb maintain 5,000. Departure 125.2, squawk 1475, United 1977.
A little high.
United 1977, be advised that climb via SID and climb and maintain can't exist on the same procedure. Climb and maintain cancels climb via. The climb via the SID, accept, maintain 5,000.
Hey, climb
Power
via
out.
SID, accept, maintain 5,000, United 1977.
1977, read back correct.
Ooh, that was a little rough. Alright, so we're going to go flaps up. And full
Wow.
power.
No, dude. Yeah, well, I bet.
And rotate. Coming out at 80 knots.
San Luis ground, Skyhawk 874 Mike, transient parking, request pattern work with X-ray, and this is for the Cat 3 rating.
Rate 74 Mike, San Luis ground runway 29er taxi via Alpha.
Ooh.
29 Air via Alpha for 74 Mike, thank you.
Got off to the right a little bit. Alright, so again, we'll wait till we're about 1.5 miles on the upwind and then make our crosswind turn. Okay, there we go. Let's make crosswind now. Still climbing up to 1,700 feet. Okay, fuel pump can come off. Oh, don't want that. Alright, so there's the airport over there. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with Xplane 12, just in the short amount of time that I've actually messed with it. It's actually pretty good. I can tell some differences, not only visually, but I feel like maybe the flight model's a little bit better. And I thought the flight model in Xplane 11 was good, but definitely feel like there's some improvements. Some of the sound, like the audio, is a little bit better. That's one thing I noticed. I think it's a big improvement, and this is only it's an early release. I guess beta. I don't know. I keep hearing different things. Early release, beta, maybe it's all the same. I don't know, but still pretty good for first day being out. Haven't really had any issues with it. So, all right, let's Bring our power back. Bullhead, Tower, Skyhawk, 1 Alpha Papa, midfield right downwind 16.
1 Alpha Papa, thanks. Runway 16, clear for the option.
16 clear for the option, 1 Alpha Papa. Alright, so let's bring it back to 1700. And we'll do lights, fuel pumps, carb heat, we don't have, or well, I guess no, we don't. That's static air. Let's see, undercarriage, down and welded. Mixture full rich. And fuel pumps on, seat belts and switches. Good. So we're going to go ahead and turn our base. And this one will be a full stop. I didn't want to do too long of a video. I just kind of wanted to hop in here. First of all, see if my OBS had changed that much. But then also maybe give you guys an idea of some of the changes that I've noticed. Get a notch of flaps. Turn them down just a little bit. Oh, I'm turning way too early. Oh, that was a little rough too. Let's go flaps up, and we'll keep some power in it so we can taxi off to the runway, or off of the runway. We'll take Alpha 5 here.
San Luis Tower, Skyhawk 874 Mike, ready for departure on runway 29er for close traffic.
Skyhawk 874 Mike, 7 West Tower, make left traffic. Report midfield downwind each pass, runway 29er cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, we'll report midfield on downwind. 874 Mike.
Man, I really hit the brakes
Fort
on
Lima
that.
Golf, contact Los Angeles Center 125.27.
125.27, Fort Lima Golf.
Number 1 Alpha Papa, straight to the ramp this frequency.
Straight to the ramp this frequency, 1 Alpha Papa. Have a good day.
See you, man.
Alright, so going straight over to the ramp, we'll stay on this frequency, and we'll turn off our strobes and taxi or landing lights. Fuel pump can come off, and pitot heat can come off.
Number 7 Fort Lima Golf, LA Center, Palmdale, altimeter 3000.
Alright, so hopefully I'm going to be doing some more videos on Xplane 12. I have had way less issues already than Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. I feel like with FS 2020 it's kind of all over the place with my graphics. I don't know why I can't ever get it stable. But this has been pretty stable. I think right now I'm running, right at 60 frames, and I haven't really gone into the settings to change anything. So I'll maybe mess around with some of that. But other than that, I have no complaints with the new Xplane 12. So Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you guys have seen any issues. But I honestly think it's going to be really good. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm just going to go over here and park, and that's probably going to be it for me today, guys. But thanks for joining in. And we'll call it there.